Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Cub News. I'm your host, Gable Geen, and without further ado, let's get right into the news. First up for today, we have the second construction update of the year with the construction team.
So these are the documents we have from 1954 that kind of helped us establish a basis of design. So if you want to get in and take a good look at this, we'll show you how it looks out in the field. So this is the elevator pit. So a new elevator is going in this location from here. See all this steel that this gentleman is measuring out right here? All of this steel is going to go down in the pit and be poured in with the pit footings.
So, before we heard you guys are ending in August, are you guys still on track for that?
Yes. Yep. So, this is the new art classroom. As you can see, they've already started framing the center wall. This separates the black box theater from your classrooms to the west.
Were there any safety issues or concerns that, like, maybe the crew member is getting injured?
Well, safety is always at the top of our daily plan. You are now at the bottom of the black box theater. It's all going to be open to the ceiling above. There's going to be a lighting track system up there that's going to hang all your theater lighting and electrical equipment. And then everything all around you at some point is going to be painted black.
Is there going to be air conditioning system in here?
There will be, yes.
So what would you tell the student or student body about this project as people are expecting its completion?
It's definitely unique. We're taking the old building of the gymnasium and we're converting it and we're changing it into something completely different while still honoring the old historical aesthetics from the exterior. That's extremely unique.
Thanks guys, looks good. Next up, we have some big news for you. For that, we're going to go back to Claire.
Hi, I'm Clary and I'm here with Ms. Khan. We're going to ask her a few questions on her retirement from SPMS. So why did you choose to retire this year?
Well, this year was my 10th year at SPMS, so it felt like kind of a round number. The other reason is that my husband retired about 5 years ago, and so we're looking forward to being able to be retired together.
That's a good plan. How are your experiences at the school?
I love working here, and if I waited till I was tired of it, or if I waited till I hated to come to work, I would never leave. So it just feels like it's a good time to go when you're going out at the top, kind of.
So you've been a librarian for 10 years in school, right?
I came here in 2010.
So why did you choose to become a librarian instead of other job in the school?
You know, if I were a smarter person, I would have known was supposed to be a librarian by the time I was in middle school myself. It took me a long time to figure it out, but luckily I got a teaching credential along the way, which meant that when I finally did figure out that library was my life, school librarianship was the thing that made the most sense, and that was a perfect choice for me.
Why did you choose SPMS to come and work?
Actually, SPMS kind of chose me. I had been a librarian in Pasadena Unified for 8 years, and 2010 was a time of a lot of financial difficulty in the United States, and at that point, that district laid off every single library person in the whole district. So I was working at Pasadena High School at the time, and I got a pink slip. And lucky for me, the librarian who was here at the time, Sharon Cocroft, was deciding to retire herself. And she contacted me and said, you know, you really should apply here. I lived in South Pass at the time. My kids went to school here, and so it made a lot of sense for me to come here.
That's nice. So what is the hardest part of being a librarian?
For me, the part that I don't like the most is the financial stuff. You know, collecting money from kids who've lost books and nagging them about that kind of stuff is no fun at all. That's my least favorite part.
What are your plans after retirement?
We're big travelers, so I bet we're probably going to hit the road. It will be nice to be able to travel sometime other than summer vacation months. I'm also a writer, so in fact I'm going to make a big reveal here. I'm writing a middle grade novel, so maybe someday I'll get to come back and be a visiting author.
Definitely going to buy one.
Okay, I'll autograph it.
Thank you. So what will you miss most about leaving the school?
You guys. I'm going to miss you guys. I love middle school kids. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep middle school kids in my life. Sometimes you guys are so funny. You have so much energy. I love the way you think. I just love to interact with you, and you guys are definitely gonna be the thing I miss the most.
So this is pretty much all the questions we have, so maybe do you want to say last messages before we wrap this up?
Just thank you for 10 great years at SPMS. I'm sure that the library will continue to be a strong presence and a heartbeat of the school, and keep reading.
We'll miss you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll miss you. Thanks for your 10 years with us. And next up, the beginning of daylight savings. The March time change is responsible for an increase of fatal car crashes and people calling out sick. There's also a 24% spike in heart attacks for the month of March. For more on what SPMS students think, here's Mason.
Hi, I'm here with
Aiden.
And what is your opinion on some people wanting to abolish daylight savings?
I don't really care personally, but I just think that people are going to be like really tired in the morning, and I feel like that can affect some people in the morning.
All right, thank you. Hi, I'm here with
Kennedy.
And what is your opinion on some people wanting to abolish daylight savings?
Well, I don't think you need to abolish it. I mean, it's not that serious where people shouldn't get that mad over it. But I don't like daylight savings because it takes away fun, because you have to take away the sunlight earlier, so you have to go in the house. My mom makes me go in the house because it's darker, but I don't know. I think daylight savings is okay. You get extra hours of sleep, so that's cool.
Thank you.
Next up, 7th grader Ethan Ho spoke with some of the crew preparing for the play coming up, Oklahoma. Let's take a look.
My name is Bobby Hunley. I run the San Gabriel Valley Music Theater, which does a spring musical here at the school.
Okay. How long will it take to make all these Oklahoma pops?
The set's probably going to take us about 8 weeks to put it all together.
How many people are working on it now?
We have about, in stage crew, out here, stage crew, we have about 30 students in stage crew, but then we also have a costume department that has about another 15 to 18 students working on costumes.
Do you think this setup would be great?
The show setup? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. We're actually going to build an entire farmhouse with a windmill and then a smoke shack, a barn, an orchard. There's all kinds of huge scenic elements that we're going to put together in the show.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Sure, no problem.
Good job, guys. Yesterday, the girls' soccer team took the W against Foothills by a score of 5-0, pushing them into the finals. Last up for today, we have our favorite segment, the News Minute, with a special COVID-19 update. Take it away, Arco.
Welcome back to your weekly News Minute. In election news, the massive event known as Super Tuesday occurred on Tuesday. During Super Tuesday, 14 states voted on who they want to be the Democratic candidate for the general election. Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders came out on top, with them having 637 and 559 delegates in total, respectively. Our home state of California went to Sanders with 33.6% of the vote. Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar dropped out just before Super Tuesday, with Mike Bloomberg and Elizabeth Warren dropping out afterwards. The first three have endorsed Joe Biden. This Monday, the police released body cam footage of ER actress Vanessa Marquez being shot and killed in her own home by the SPPD. The police entered her home for a welfare check, but discovered her having a seizure. She refused to go to a hospital, and the police had her placed under a psychiatric hold. She then pulled out scissors and what looked like a gun. She refused to drop the gun, and this eventually led her to being shot. Further investigation revealed that the gun was actually a BB gun. On Friday, NASA announced the name of its new Mars rover, Perseverance. After months of student entries, judges chose 7th grader Anthony Mather's essay for the submission for the name. The rover is set to explore the Jezero crater, the site of an ancient Martian lake, in search for alien life. The rover will also be carrying the world's first Martian helicopter drone. Perseverance will launch from Florida in July and arrive in Mars in 2021. That's all for today. Here's Crystal Montoya with COVID-19.
As of today, more European countries have reported the coronavirus. While most cases have drifted from China to Europe, other places like Iran, South Korea, and Singapore have reported the virus. Just today, Egypt confirmed 12 new cases of the virus. The current rate of mortality for the disease is 3.8% worldwide. Approximately 80 countries have reported the case, including New Zealand and the Netherlands and Nigeria, with the worldwide death toll reaching over 3,200. The virus started in Wuhan, China, and as time progressed, the virus has infected around 84,000 people in China alone. Many countries have taken taken drastic measures to prevent the virus from infecting the citizens, like passing travel bans to prevent contact with the most infected countries. The U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed over 233 cases of the coronavirus in the United States. 12 deaths occurred since then. 42 cases were passengers on the Diamond Princess, which is a cruise ship that was quarantined after a passenger was diagnosed a month prior. The majority of the other cases were found in California with patients that were tested positive with the virus, at least 8,400 people being monitored. As the disease continues to spread, Japan has been taking more measures to ensure the protection of its citizens. The Japan Prime Minister Abe Shinzo has confirmed that all schools in Japan will be shut down from March 2nd to the next spring break, a month later, to reduce the number of infections. Currently, we are reaching 95,000 worldwide cases. Flights have been canceled, N95 masks have been stockpiled, and the numbers continue to increase. And that's all for the information for this current update. Thank you.
That's all for us. We'll see you next week.